All right, let's dive right into this powerful concept. Men don't fall in love with your beauty as much as they fall in love with your energy. Think about it. Some of the most magnetic, desirable women out there aren't always the ones who fit the conventional beauty standards. They've got something deeper, something invisible to the naked eye. It's a presence, a vibe that pulls men in effortlessly, without any effort on their part. So, what kind of energy creates that irresistible pull? What makes a man crave your company on a level that goes way beyond just physical attraction? Today, we're exploring 3 types of energy that can create that deep, unbreakable connection. These aren't quick tricks or superficial tactics you can fake for a weekend. They're genuine ways of being that require practice and real intention. But once you embody them naturally, you'll become truly magnetic to the right kind of man. Let's break them down one by one. First up, the energy of silence. A lot of women think that keeping up constant chatter or texting nonstop is the way to hold a man's interest. But silence? That's just as potent, maybe even more so. Silence creates wonder. It sparks his imagination, and imagination is one of the most powerful drivers of attraction. When you're not always available, not explaining every little detail of your day, you carve out space in his mind. He starts wondering about you when you're not around. What is she up to right now? Is she having an amazing time without me? Why hasn't she responded yet? That mystery draws him in. But here's the crucial part. This only works if your silence is authentic. If you're just pretending, sitting by your phone anxiously waiting for his message, that needy energy seeps through. It doesn't create curiosity. It makes him feel like you're depending on him for validation, which can push him away. Instead, genuine silence comes from having a full, vibrant life of your own. You're busy with friends, hobbies, self-care, things that light you up. When you respond on your own time, it's because you're truly engaged elsewhere, not playing games. Let me paint a picture with a real-life example. Imagine a situation where a guy says he needs some space. Instead of firing off a long, emotional paragraph explaining your feelings, you simply reply with, "Okay." That's it. No more, no less. A few days pass, and he reaches out with a casual, "Hey." Your response? Just, "Hi." Short, sweet, no desperation. When you finally connect again, and he asks why you've been distant, you say something light like, "You wanted space, so I was just out enjoying time with friends and relaxing." Suddenly, he's the one missing you, reflecting on things, because you've given him room to feel your absence. Now, you might wonder, does this feel like manipulation? It can seem that way at first, especially if you're not used to it. But when you build a mindset where silence is natural, where you're not chasing validation but living fully, it stops feeling like a game. It becomes who you are. Practice this by setting boundaries with your time. Turn off notifications sometimes. Dive into activities that fulfill you. Over time, you'll notice how this energy shifts dynamics in your favor, making him pursue you more eagerly. Let's expand on this a bit. Why does silence work so well on a psychological level? Men, like anyone, value what's scarce. In economics, it's called the scarcity principle. Things that are rare feel more precious. Apply that to relationships. If you're always there, always responding instantly, you become predictable, like background noise. But introduce some thoughtful pauses, and suddenly you're intriguing. His brain fills in the gaps with positive assumptions, assuming you're out there thriving. To make this practical, try this exercise. Next time you're tempted to overtext or explain yourself, pause for 10 minutes. Ask yourself, am I responding from a place of abundance or lack? If it's lack, wanting reassurance, hold back and do something fun instead. Read a book, call a friend, go for a walk. Build that inner strength. And remember, silence isn't about ignoring him forever. It's about balance. Use it to recharge your own energy and watch how it amplifies his interest. Okay, moving on to the second type, the energy of play. Nothing kills attraction faster than turning every interaction into an interrogation or a test. If a man feels like he's constantly under scrutiny, every word analyzed, every action judged on a pass-fail scale, he'll start pulling away. He doesn't want to feel evaluated all the time. He wants to relax, laugh, and have fun. And here's the thing. Fun and deep commitment aren't opposites. They actually support each other beautifully. Picture this scenario. You're on a date, and he's running 20 minutes late due to traffic or whatever. You could greet him with annoyance, grilling him about why he's tardy or making snide comments. That sets a tense tone right from the start, making the whole evening feel heavy. But what if you flip it with playfulness? Smile and tease lightly. No worries. I know you were just taking extra time to look this good for me. Boom. Instant laughter. The energy shifts from awkward to enjoyable, and he associates you with that positive vibe. Why does this work? Playfulness lowers defenses. It makes him relax, and when he's relaxed, he's more open to connection. Positive emotions stick in our memories far stronger than negative ones. So, if being around you feels like a breath of fresh air, light, fun, teasing, he'll crave more of it. But balance is key. You can be playful while still holding boundaries. If something serious comes up, switch to sincerity, and it'll hit even harder because of the contrast. Some might worry, if I'm too playful, will he take me seriously? Absolutely. Yes, when done right. Playfulness shows confidence. It says you're secure enough not to take everything so gravely. It invites him to open up without pressure. Think of it like a dance. Light steps make the serious moments more impactful. To cultivate this energy, start small. Next conversation, instead of a serious question like, "Why didn't you call sooner?" try a fun twist. "Missed me so much you couldn't wait to chat?" Observe how it changes the flow. Practice in everyday life, tease friends, joke with colleagues. Over time, it becomes natural, drawing people and men toward your joyful aura. Let's deepen this with more examples. Suppose he's sharing a story about a tough day at work. Instead of jumping to advice or sympathy that feels heavy, respond playfully. "Sounds like you need a superhero cape. What's your power move to turn that around?" It acknowledges his struggle but keeps things uplifting. Or in texting, if he sends a boring, "What are you up to?" reply with, "Conquering the world, one coffee at a time." You? It injects energy, making exchanges memorable. Psychologically, play taps into our inner child, the part that loves spontaneity. Studies in positive psychology show that humor and play strengthen bonds, releasing endorphins that create feel-good associations. So, embody this, and you'll notice men lingering longer, sharing more because you make them feel alive. And don't forget self-playfulness. Laugh at your own quirks. It models that light energy, encouraging him to do the same. If you mess up on a date, spill something, own it with a grin. Well, that's my signature move to keep things exciting. It diffuses tension and builds rapport. Now, onto the third and final type, the energy of inspiration. You've probably heard online advice like, "Men chase women who make them feel bad about themselves." There's a kernel of truth there. Challenge can spark pursuit, but it's twisted. True power comes from inspiring him, not tearing him down. Men are wired for growth. They thrive on challenges that make them better. When a woman sees his potential and supports his journey, it ignites something profound. He thinks, "How can I step up to be the man she deserves? How can I make her proud?" This isn't about fixing him or molding him into your ideal. That's controlling, not inspiring. Instead, reflect his best self back to him. For instance, instead of criticizing, "You always break promises. You never commit. Try. I know when you commit to something, you crush it. So, do you want to commit to this?" It challenges positively, highlighting his strengths. Another example, rather than "You never take anything seriously," say, "I love feeling secure, and I'm so attracted to your consistency when you show it." See the shift? One demoralizes, the other motivates. He feels seen, believed in, unstoppable around you. That's addictive. He won't want to lose that boost. Inspiration stems from your own fulfillment. When you're pursuing your passions, growing yourself, you naturally inspire others. Share your wins humbly. It encourages him to share his. Ask about his goals. What's one thing you're excited to achieve this year? Listen actively. Cheer him on. It creates a partnership of mutual elevation. Let's explore why this resonates so deeply. Evolutionarily, men seek partners who enhance their status and growth. Psychologically, it's self-actualization, becoming better through connection. When you inspire, he attributes his progress to you, deepening loyalty. Practice by noticing positives. "I admire how you handled that situation. It shows real strength." Avoid constant criticism. Frame feedback as opportunities. If he's slacking, say, "You've got so much potential here. I'd love to see you go for it." It empowers rather than shames. Extend this to daily life. Inspire through actions. Pursue your fitness goals, and he might join. Read inspiring books. Share insights. It creates a ripple effect, making your bond stronger. Real-world story. A woman noticed her partner procrastinating on a career move. Instead of nagging, she said, "I've seen you tackle bigger challenges before. I believe in you completely." He stepped up, landed the opportunity, and credited her support. Their relationship flourished because she made him feel capable. To build this energy, reflect on your own inspirations. What motivates you? Channel that outward. Journal compliments you can give genuinely. Over time, it becomes effortless, attracting men who value growth. Wrapping it all up. These energies, silence, play, and inspiration, aren't about chasing love. They're about loving your life so fully that love finds you. The most magnetic women aren't desperate for completion. They're already whole, radiating a vibe that draws in the right connections. Embody mystery through thoughtful space, joy through lighthearted fun, and uplift through genuine belief. Practice daily, and watch how relationships transform. When you stop seeking validation and start living vibrantly, you'll naturally attract someone who wants to invest, commit, and stay. Keep building that inner glow. It's the real secret to lasting attraction.